Hey, and welcome back to the next episode of the Right Hand Drive Guys podcast, the podcast for guys who like right-hand drives. I'm Bobby. This is Aaron.
Yo.
And this is episode 118. And as you guys know, I'm back from Japan. I'm ready to hit it hard, right? So let's start lining up the guests. Let's start getting them ready. And this week we have a guest from Europe, which is a first, I think.
I think so too, yeah.
Yep. And some of you guys may know this man. Others probably won't.
You've probably seen his parts for sale.
You've probably seen his parts for sale. And so we are talking about Stefan Jerin. And you might know him better as just Jerin.
Yeah.
He's got a very big eBay store full of all kinds of parts, all kinds of clothing, little memorabilia pieces.
Yeah. Shit you didn't even know existed.
So, yeah, stuff that like one-off stuff, parts off from JGTC race cars. I mean, the man is fully loaded. Hopefully we can kind of get to the bottom of how he got in this situation of acquiring these parts that, like 400R seats and the rear window from the R33 LM, just crazy stuff. So, yeah, I'm excited. I personally, when, years ago when I first got my 33, I ordered like a grip of parts from him.
Yeah.
And I actually right now the EL garnish on the car, on the rear of the car is from him. And that's the only guy I've ever seen selling one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were like, let's get this guy on. He agreed. So I guess let's get right into it.
Heck yeah, man. Let's do it.
This is episode 118 with Stefan Jerin. All right, and we're back with Stefan. What's up, man?
Here, just chilling. First time live. English a bit rusty, but we're gonna get the hang.
Heck yeah, man. We appreciate you being on for sure. Like we said, longtime fans, been kind of following your eBay for like quite a long time. Always love to see what pops up on there.
Oh yeah.
So
even I don't know. Every time something new.
I can imagine, man. So, some of you guys might know him as S_Jerin on Instagram. Yeah. And this man is like the king of rare parts, in my opinion, especially the Nissan stuff. So can you just give the listeners like a quick little background on yourself, like who you are, where you're from?
I'm originally from Bosnia, Sarajevo, but I grew up in Amsterdam. Always was into JDM cars. I used to play Gran Turismo, like the game. Mm-hmm. So I think back around 2008 when I got my driver license, I was still a student. So, worked a little side job, and I wanted to buy a Skyline, and they didn't cost shit. I don't know if I can say shit online. So I bought my first GTS Turbo Skyline R33 in 2009 for $3,000.
That's great.
Can't find that no more.
Yeah, no, and it wasn't even a bad car. It was decent, RB25 factory manual. It ran pretty well. So I bought some parts for that. But I bought too many parts, I just bought two clusters because I couldn't decide if I wanted the black one or the white one. And then, and then I have to sell that stuff. It's sold super easy. I was like, why don't I buy more stuff? So that's how it started. I just started buying more stuff, but I was already into Nismo so I already knew the parts, HKS, gradient, that stuff. So I just started buying more, and they were the old days. You didn't have Instagram. We were on forums, like Sylvia, was GTR Co UK, GTR South. So it was like, you have to put in photo bucket, and then so I started selling on forums, like smaller stuff.
Dang, yeah, that's dope. I mean, the forums are definitely where we all used to kind of like get together, and it was a lot simpler, I feel like, back then. Yeah,
we're more like real enthusiasts now on Facebook. You have everything. Like guys that don't own the car, they're gonna comment and talk shit. But we were different times. The communities were closer and smaller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree. More, like you said, more genuine enthusiasts instead of kind of people wanting to ride the wave.
Yeah.
So go ahead, man.
Yeah, that's how it started. Just like I was still working in an office after my uni, just buying parts, looking for rare stuff, making a collection. I always had the habit of buying stuff and leaving it. So then, like 5, 6 years later, I sell it. When you can't find it anymore.
Oh yeah, that's I got a few questions about that later on, but so I mean the big question is, I know obviously it's kind of the same for us in America, but beyond Gran Turismo, like what got you into JDM cars being from Europe like that, where you have BMWs, Mercedes, all these different brands?
It was really Gran Turismo. I remember I think it was GT free when I started, and you didn't have any selection of Euro cars in Gran Turismo at that time. Yeah, there were only Japanese cars, so you were forced to get to know them. So I was just interested in, I just started playing, and I think I went to my importer the first time like in 09, 08. And he had a Skyline there, and it was just different because they were loud. You could smell the exhaust fumes. You never seen that on BMWs. BMWs are like luxury. They're nice. When you start a Skyline, it's like the sound, everything. And I just got into it, and yeah, it was purely Gran Turismo. I made a joke the other day. Like if Gran Turismo didn't exist, I would probably working somewhere in the office, something normal.
You and me both, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that, a video game, what people used to kind of look down on, like changed the whole course of our lives, right?
And I won't deny, Fast and Furious also had the influence. I mean, okay, the cars were kind of tacky, but they were there. So you still got to see a Skyline, a Silvia, Supra. So it was a combination of Fast and Furious and Gran Turismo.
Yeah, no, I agree. Even though maybe the Fast and the Furious wasn't the most accurate representation, it did at least put it to the mainstream, right? And like show that these things could really be going on, so to speak.
Yeah, true story. And I was lucky because here in Holland we didn't have any import rules, so you could import anything you want.
Oh, nice.
So we didn't have to wait. Yeah, because in 09 my GTST was 13 years old. That wouldn't even be possible in Canada.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you guys are definitely lucky on that. So related to that, I know you had a question.
Yeah, so you started with an R33. What do you drive today? I've seen you post up a couple pictures of a JZX. What else do you have?
I got a JZX 100 Tourer V Chaser. Pretty much stock, just like rims and that kind of stuff. Now I bought a Verosa, everybody calls them ugly, but I like them.
No, I love those.
And I still have my GTR that I bought in 2014 QM1 white R33 GTR 2.7 N1 900 horsepower.
Dang.
That'll get it done.
So,
yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. With the N1, that's legit. You can't find none of that.
Yeah. And I bought a new old stock T51 Kai BB HKS turbo like 4 years ago, and I put it on. So everything is new.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
You got any plans for the JZX 110?
Yeah, just keep it normal because the cops have gotten very strict. I mean, I'm lying, not normal. I already straight piped it, but semi-normal because they pay attention. I got my papers taken away, like my pink slip, a few times here. So they're like, times have changed. Yeah, times have changed.
A little more strict. And that's interesting. So I've been to Amsterdam 6 times, and any time, I'd never seen a modified car like that. Like never. And so because the fact that, you got it is kind of wild to me.
Nobody drives them in Amsterdam because we have speed bumps that are very, very high. So I had to put in the Roberuta cup suspension to get like the 7-centimeter raise on the bottom.
That makes sense. It's because it doesn't seem like it'd be a super friendly city for these type of cars.
No, it's not friendly for any car. Parking is 10 euros an hour, and we pay 450 euros a car in road tax every 3 months.
Holy moly!
Wow.
That
Plus insurance.
makes sense why there's so many bikes and so many cabs.
Yeah, yeah. So imagine if you have 10 cars. That's like 10 times 500. That's 5,000 every 3 months for your 10 cars to be registered.
Yeah, so you
Man.
gotta really be making it worth it with those cars.
Yeah, you really got to want to drive.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, 3 cars is more than enough. I'm not getting any more, but I'm probably gonna get more.
Yeah, it's hard, right? It's hard to just stick to the few cars, you know.
The internet ruined everything because you can go online, you can shop. It's so easy, man. You like in '08, you had to like go to importer. Everything was tedious. Now you can just click buy. It makes like wasting money so much easier.
So when it comes to the parts, man, I know. So I've talked to other people about you and the parts that you sell, and like you said, this is kind of your first real like opportunity to put everything out there, and so everybody always kind of they're like, where is he getting these parts? Like, how is he getting the rear window of a R33 LM race car? These different things, and so I know you kind of said earlier that you bought stuff and put it away. Is that the extent of it?
That's also it. Like I had like 7 new old stock 400R Nismo steering wheels that I bought. Back in 2011, and I didn't sell them for a long time, and I actually didn't even show them. But sometimes 400R owners contact me. They're like, "Do you have a new wheel?" Then I sell one. I kept them all these years. So I have a big collection, and if somebody requests something, but usually very expensive stuff, I'm not gonna like put it up there for sale. And I like collecting stuff. So how do I get stuff? Like I would tell you every possible way. First thing is I probably only sleep 5 hours a day. The second is people know of Yahoo auction, but to be real, there are like 7, 8, or 9 Japanese car part sites. So you have a lot of local sites. You even have a site where, honestly, I don't know the name out of my head, where Japanese people put stuff there, and they will only sell it if you come pick it up personally. But the prices can be super cheap. So I have like a broker, and he actually goes and meets at the store, and he picks stuff up.
Oh wow, that's smart.
Yeah, but also people underestimate Malaysia. I got a lot of rare stuff from Malaysia because they imported a lot of cars when they weren't worth anything. I once picked up a 400R Nismo bar in Malaysia for like very cheap, but their economy is not that good. So $2,500 was a pretty good deal for that guy.
I see. So right, you're looking at other places.
Thailand too. I have a guy in Thailand. Thailand it used to be very import friendly, but now they closed they can't import cars anymore in Thailand. But they still have a very big collection of car parts. So if you're looking for rare rally art stuff and Nismo, Thailand is full of that stuff.
That makes sense. I've seen a lot of stuff like wheels particularly. I always see pop up in Malaysia and Thailand, and I'm always thinking like, how did all this get over there, and how does that work? But it makes sense, as you said, their import laws and everything.
And they got it when it wasn't worth anything. They got the stuff back in 04, 05, man. I remember 05, 06. Nothing was worth anything, not even the cars. I paid $19,000 for my 600 horsepower GTR in 2013.
Dang, yeah. Now that would go for quite a bit more.
Yeah. So you can't expect the part to be expensive when the car wasn't expensive.
Yeah.
So you said Yahoo auctions and these other sites. Is that the extent of it?
No. I've long ago I met a few brokers. They usually just buy stuff, but I came to arrangement to them to keep bugging. They keep bugging me, and I was like, okay, fine. I'll give you the stuff. But I don't want to sell it. I don't want to sell it. I want to keep it. So I have a guy in Thailand. He sellers that already sold something if they have more stuff. That's usually a no-go because they're like Japanese people. I don't want to like say nothing bad. They're like very in a box. So usually they won't do that. But I have like a Chinese broker, and the guy will bug anybody that sold one part ever. Do you have more? Do you have more? Do you have more? And that's I can make a deal without it being posted, because when it's posted, it's done.
Right.
The prices go up and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you're getting it off market.
And I had one guy, but I think I poached him totally. He didn't really say what he did, but he had all those Nismo stuff. I got the Le Mans brakes from him, the Le Mans mirrors. I got the rear screen. I used to have the Le Mans steering wheel. Used to have the Le Mans seats. I'm pretty sure he worked for Nissan, but I never bothered to ask him. But he had like 150, 200 of Le Mans Group A parts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sitting on a treasure trove.
Yeah, just those brakes that you're talking about are insanely rare.
Wow. Yeah, one of one. Yeah. They were used in 1995, and then they changed to a slightly different model in 96. So I have the only pair in the world.
That's insane.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy considering, there's so many people and you got a lot of these one of one parts. Yeah, most race car parts are just one and one because Nismo didn't like make spares or something. Only when something broke, then they changed it. Like steering wheels, okay, they have like 5 steering wheels during Le Mans, but like brakes, they have only one. Mirrors, they had maybe 2 pairs because the other pair is on the car, so I have the other pair. But it's logical because my mirror is broken, so they probably just changed it. That's why. I see. You have the part that they swapped out.
Yeah, swapped out. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, so there's no secret. It's just working hard to try to find these parts and make relationships. Yeah, relationships and not sweeping because like everybody knows Yahoo Auction. Yahoo Auction is easy because you have 7 days to just bid and buy something. But you have these direct buy sites, and I'm telling you, sometimes they post a part, it's gone in 15 seconds. So you have to have 5 windows open on constant refresh. And even then, it's not sure you're gonna buy it. Dang. Wow. So you've obviously you don't win everything. So just tell us a part that you really, really wanted, but you missed out, like just missed it. The worst thing is when I say it here, I will never be able to buy it anymore. But no, he's probably not even looking. Some guy in America, he has R33, but he has Generation 1 top secret strut bar. Oh, wow. So it's not the tubular one, but it's like flat and stuff. I never seen that in my life, and I'm maybe bugging him to sell it. Like I like to send everyday message, come on, sell it. He doesn't reply. He doesn't even use it. So yeah, I would like that. I would like that strut bar, and yeah, most of the stuff I already have, but maybe some less common stuff from Zeke and Upfold, but that stuff's unfindable. Right. Yeah. So the people that end up with it hold right on to it. Yeah, Upfold stuff is so hard to get. I mean, and I've been looking for 14 years for the cursive cluster for the veil side for my car. Can't find one.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
That is a rare one.
Yeah, I've never even seen it.
They made two.
Two. Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, it's cool, but it's also a shame some of these amazing parts were such limited, production. Yeah, no, with Veilside it's very obvious because Veilside, they didn't sell clusters like Nismo did. You had to send in your meters and pay $3,000 for them to make it to you. And $3,000 Nismo cluster was $500, so nobody ordered it. Yeah, that makes sense. Why?
That's the reason.
So on the parts subject, I know you were curious about something that...
Yeah. So you've talked about all these race car parts from JGTC and all that. What do you think the rarest part is that you've ever acquired?
Yeah, probably a top 5. I can't say one part. The brakes, definitely. The mirrors, again, also very rare. But I also had like production parts which I had once and I will never have again. But now I have to like scratch my brain. What was super rare? We're gonna keep it to GTR stuff. You know, I could start with RX-7, but nobody's looking for RX-7s here. GTR wise, damn, when you have to think of something, you can't think of something. But I had another part I regret selling. I had the Altia cluster. You know what Altia is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the race team had the same Nismo cluster, but it was silver and said Altia. They made 6 of those. I had one. I sold it like 7 years ago, and I regret. So that's super rare. Also a rare part on my car, I got the N1 whip on the hood.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got the full length one made by Tomei, the only one I ever found outside the catalog. Put it on my car. And let's say something super rare. Mines brakes. I actually found Mines brakes that like the AP Racing. So those are super rare, and I kept those. But the list can go on. I forget stuff. But don't worry, there's a lot of stuff I never found.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty crazy if you're saying you sleep, 5 hours a night, and then you're pretty much hustling the rest of the time. It's just crazy to me to think that you haven't seen certain stuff over the past 16, 17 years.
Yeah, and the one part I always wanted, but I got outbid. It was the Abbey Road head cover for the RB26. I remember bidding $10,000 and getting outbid.
Oh my gosh.
For a head cover.
That's crazy to think. I mean, I wonder what the original MSRP was on that. It couldn't have been too much over 1,000, I wouldn't think.
Oh no, it was less. It was maybe 70,000 yen, so like $500.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. A lot of people wouldn't think that you could make a full career out of sourcing and reselling these parts, right?
I wasn't expecting it either. It just started small, but I have to like be honest. It's 80% goes to America, but I've sold like to 70 countries plus. But mostly Americans and Australians are the most of the GTRs are there.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so I know that you're not just doing parts because, I've purchased a few items that weren't parts. And you have a lot of cool clothing. What made
apparel,
you? Yeah, the apparel. Yeah, what made you kind of go on that route instead of just parts?
Yeah, because I used to buy a lot of stuff for myself, like this one. It's a R34 jacket.
Yeah,
it just came in yesterday. I like those jackets, like the MA1 bombers, and I started buying that stuff, And the thing is, you buy stuff online, like 50% won't fit, because let's say like HKS has the stupidest sizes. I had HKS jackets, M fit me, but some XLs don't fit me. I was pretty sure that HKS didn't know what the letters meant. So they were just sticking them on there. And again, the same story. I got too much stuff and I was just selling it. So, apparel went. So I just started buying apparel, and I have a huge collection, like 40, 50 jackets that I kept for myself.
Wow. And that's just for the stuff for yourself.
Yeah, but I live in Amsterdam. It rains almost always, so a jacket is a good thing to have.
So all right, so out of the 16 years, right? Like, what's your most favorite? We talked about the rarest, but personally, favorite item that you've ever had in your hands.
The favorite.
Just one.
That's a hard question. That's a very, very hard question. I don't know. I'm very happy. I found like a new old stock ARC super intercooler for my GTR. That was like, you usually don't find new intercoolers that are 20 years old.
No.
Because logically, Japan is a small country. You can find new old stock steering wheels. You can find shipments, but nobody's going to keep an intercooler the size of half this table over here new for 20 years. And I found that and I put it on my car.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean that.
Yeah, we don't have rocks over here, so it doesn't get rock chips like in Japan.
Oh yeah, I bet, because most of the used intercoolers, the fins are bent, everything's chipped up. So okay, so this is maybe a bit controversial, but like
Mm-hmm.
what I've noticed some of, especially about guys like you who have held on to and sourced these parts, is
Mm-hmm.
you get kind of a lot of hate. You know, you get like a
Yeah,
lot of
no,
negativity.
definitely.
And
Mm-hmm.
what's the basis of that? Like, what do you think that these people are truly hating on when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to
I
your line
don't
of work?
know. Honestly, I don't know. It's not my line of work. Everybody gets hate. You don't think Jeff Bezos doesn't have a private department just like going through his death threats, like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna. It's normal, man. If you put yourself out there, somebody's gonna hate on you. That's just human nature, man. That's why I don't really think about it. I'm gonna confess, I'm sometimes too vocal. Some people are, yeah, you should ignore it, but okay. You want to talk, we're gonna talk. So that's just me. But sometimes I should shut up. Like, these days I'm like more calm. I used to go into those flame wars. Like,
I see.
yeah, I don't do that anymore. Now I'm like, I just prove my point, and that's it. But people can always hate. It's a free world. Hating is free.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and a lot of people do spend their time on it. Um,
Yeah, it's not efficient. I can tell you. Hating doesn't bring you anything but negativity, but they can do it.
so where like so if somebody wants to buy a part from you, what is the
Mm-hmm.
process pretty simple? You know, if some of our listeners want to, how can they buy parts from Jerin?
I'm gonna do some self promotion. Well,
Yeah.
actually, just I think 5 or 6 days ago, I launched my website.
Oh,
Oh,
My
nice.
first, yeah. Nobody knows it because I didn't like put it out there, but so it's sjerin.com without the space.
Nice. That's a good
So,
move.
but I'm
oh,
also,
dude, this
yeah,
site's cool. I just
yeah,
logged on
yeah,
to it. This is pretty legit. I mean,
yeah. It took a while to make, finding good programmers and stuff, but it's up and running. So I'm still working on the promotion, but 90% of the parts are already posted.
Dude,
wow,
nice.
yeah, I bet that was a lot of work. I mean, even just strut bars. You got 2 pages of strut bars, dude. Like
Yeah,
that's that's
yeah.
crazy.
It was complicated deciding on a design to make it easy usable. I used to use. I still have eBay. I also have my eBay. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm everywhere. You have to be these days.
And so basically, whether it's eBay or your website,
Mm-hmm,
pretty much
mm-hmm,
just,
mm-hmm.
it's pretty simple. You
Just
just buy
contact
it,
me.
huh?
Yeah, you can use PayPal. I even use the Wise, any kind of payment. But I get most people are comfortable with PayPal. With seller protection and all. And always make one tip, because I've seen a lot of scammers stealing my pictures, like on Instagram. Beyond too
Oh
many
yeah.
scammers use my. If anybody asks you to pay with PayPal friends or like that kind of stuff, it's not me. You know,
Okay.
I always say, okay, do it for businesses, or I will cover the fee, or you can do it for eBay. If anybody else is selling my parts, it's not me. They're not allowed. They're my parts.
Um,
And I never sell and I never sell anything I don't own. I never like do post a picture of something that's coming in, or every part I've seen, inspected, it's mine, and I promise I seen it. Because people sell stuff they don't own. That's these days. It's easy.
Yeah.
Never do that. I always sell everything I own.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
that's smart.
it shows too because all your pictures are fairly well consistent. All the same angles and the
Mm-hmm.
same background. And I
Mm-hmm.
think stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that really goes a long way as like, making yourself look legit as, a parts
Mm-hmm.
retailer for sure. Because
Yeah,
it
I also started.
go
I
ahead.
also started using name card, but I had trouble with Facebook. They called it self promotion. I was
Oh,
just trying to get people not scammed. Because apparently, you cannot put your name card in pictures for some reason. So I just stopped using that. But I even put the name card, but I didn't stop scammers. The retards even stole my pictures with my name card in there.
dang. Yeah, and I like how you use the font from the old logo Nismo font. That's really cool. It really
Hmm.
connects it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So about that, so shipping, who do you ship with? Like, how long does it take to get to, America or Australia?
Australia is complicated because since COVID, they stopped using FedEx.
Oh,
So Australia, I use normal tracking shipping, but if something is bigger than 1 meter, I have to ship DHL. but that's very expensive. So I'm going just going to tell you, a customer of mine bought two 400R seats. He paid 2,000 euros of shipping.
Oof. That's
But America is, yeah, but America is pretty cheap. I usually use FedEx for strut bars, 5-6 days. Shipping, if you want something smaller, I can still do FedEx, 5-6 days. And if you want maybe a little bit cheaper, USPS is like 10 days. So America is no problem. Actually, any country except for Australia, for the big stuff, is kind of expensive. But I can use FedEx, so 5-6 days you get most of the stuff.
yeah, it's really not bad.
No,
you know?
not at all.
And everything.
Unless customs, it's not my fault. Sometimes customs ask the stupidest questions. But if that doesn't happen, it just flies through.
Yeah, that makes sense. And all this ships out of Amsterdam, like you said. You have it in where you're at, and you ship it. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Everything. Yeah, I keep some parts at my. I have like a JDM engineering. I have to shout out my tuner. I keep some stuff at him and some stuff at SV Performance. He puts all my car. He imports my cars. So I also have parts over there. So SV Performance and JDM engineering. Hi Sam. So yeah, actually those guys too. They're all been very long in the game in Holland. One is a tuner, other is an importer. So sometimes I work with them, but everything is here in Holland.
Wow. So you've formed some pretty good relationships over these past 16 years, huh?
Yeah. I mean, like luckily we didn't have the import rules, so I started young.
All right, man. I know you got one final question.
Yeah, man. I want to know what the future holds.
What's next for Jerin?
What's next?
I'm working on another company, but that's something totally not related to something medical. That's very boring, but you can't do one thing forever. But like for now, I'm doing the same thing, doing these parts. I'm just looking at getting more rims and that kind of stuff, like more rims, other stuff. I started with Nissan, but now I do RX-7 stuff, Subaru, Mitsubishi, AMG, like basically anything that's old and rare from the 80s and 90s. I would do. I even sell Volkswagen parts.
Oh wow, okay. So you're pretty spread. That's good. I mean, because like like you said, you got a ton of parts back in the day, and I'm sure you start seeing that drying up as far as on your end buying with enough margin to sell.
Some stuff I can't buy. These people are like, yeah, you're gonna buy, you're gonna sell. Dude, I cannot buy some stuff. If somebody posts a new old stock 400R steering wheel on Yahoo, it will sell for more than I can sell it. That's let's be honest. Everybody looks at Yahoo. My viewership is not as high as Yahoo, so it's not that simple as people stated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or something. Or like I sell watches, and I have a very good watchmaker. I'm gonna promise you, if you buy a watch from Japan directly from Yahoo, 50% is gonna be broken.
Oh wow, dang, yeah,
50%.
That is hard because on Yahoo you're buying from whoever, right? But if you're buying from Jerin, you're buying from Jerin.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, no trader of watches on Yahoo will ever change a battery on a watch. They always say it's not tested, I'm selling it. And out of experience, 50% is broken. And for some watches, it takes me like 2-3 years to like repair it because the work is the clockwork, you can't buy it anymore. So you have to find the same watch to use as a donor to repair it.
Ooh, yeah, that's a slippery slope.
Yeah. So at least when you buy stuff from me, you know it works.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is good. And that, kind of like with what we're saying, when you buy from Yahoo Auctions, you're just buying from whoever in Japan. Whereas when you buy from you, you can expect the quality. Yeah,
like when I buy stuff, often stuff is broken. Like let's talk about that garnish. That garnish is all working. I bought like a year and a half ago another garnish from Japan. It was tested. It came in totally broken. It doesn't work. So now I'm in the process of opening it, putting new EO in there and that kind of stuff. And I still paid like $1,200 for a broken garnish, but that's a part of business.
Yeah, that is some of the risk that you take. Luckily, you are the type of guy who doesn't just let's just say sit there and cry about it. You take action, start fixing it.
And I fix most stuff. Most of the stuff I managed to fix. even some stuff I can't fix. One part I fucked up, and that's gonna haunt me till my grave.
What is it?
I bought the Mainz demo bar. Was like, it's a rare Mainz bar, but Mainz put chrome on there, and it started peeling. So I had to take off the chrome. But nobody does that here in Europe anymore. Nobody works with chrome. So I Googled how to take off chrome. So I mixed up that stuff. I put the bar in there, and after 2 days, I checked it ate the aluminium.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So that became junk.
Yeah, it's junk. It ate the ends. So I would technically have to have the ends replicated in CNC. Nobody does CNC in Europe, so not possible.
Dang, yeah, that one must have really hurt. You must have kicked yourself for a few days.
Yeah, it did cost me like $1,200, but mostly because I ruined the bar that I won't ever see again. That's more like, fuck, man. I destroyed a piece of history.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, you learned your lesson, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, don't buy stuff that's chrome.
Man, we appreciate you coming on. I know you're a busy guy. One more time for the listeners, though, tell them where they can find you. Tell them the new website, the Instagram, all that good stuff.
So here it goes. So you can find me on Instagram, _Jerin, Jerin, the same TikTok. On Facebook, I'm Stefan Jerin, same like on Instagram, and the site is sjerin.com.
Awesome, man.
Season is open, and I'm still thinking, the site's still up. It just got up, but I'm gonna try to do some promotions, that kind of stuff. But it's been up for 5 days, and you're the first guys that heard about it.
Oh man, thanks. Yeah, man, we appreciate that exclusive. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be browsing it for sure, man. It looks like a really nice website.
Oh yeah.
No, that was cool. If you guys buy anything or something any day, wherever, just comment, and I'll put a whole part of extra stuff in there, some extras.
Oh man, we appreciate that for sure. We always know if we're buying from Jerin, we're gonna get quality, and that's what it's all about.
Thank you. Just tell you guys, you're gonna get I'm gonna put some very good extra rare stuff in there.
Oh wow!
Heck yeah!
I'm about to get on there right now.
Seriously, me too.
Awesome, man.
Okay.
We appreciate you once again, man, and hopefully you have an awesome day over there in Amsterdam. Night now, right?
Yeah, it's night. It sucks. It's raining, but it's Holland. That's why we have jackets. Go buy a jacket.
Awesome, man. Take it easy.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Damn, so there's no secret sauce. There is no secret in that he has getting all these parts.
No, dude, it doesn't sound like it. Just a bunch of late nights, hard work, and dedication, which...
Yeah, consistency.
Yeah.
Persistency.
Yeah, over the last 16 years, dude's definitely made some connections and definitely knows the avenues to take to source these things. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, after we were done recording, he was telling us how he hasn't spoken English in 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And today was his first day speaking English in that amount of time.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I could understand everything he was saying.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume he can speak multiple languages just based on where he lives, where he lived. But yeah, that was cool because, like I said, I've gotten, quite a few things from him, and after seeing all of the parts that he had, I thought for sure, he knows a guy.
Yeah.
But no, sure enough,
he is the guy.
He is the guy, and yeah, I mean, to be in Amsterdam and facilitating all of these parts and storing them, especially in a city that has limited space, props to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude, having a car, it sounds like in Amsterdam, is such a pain.
Yeah.
So for him to have 3, that's pretty cool.
Pretty beastly for sure. So, I mean, episode 118 with Jerin, definitely, if you haven't, check him out. You'll, he got his new website, sjerin.com.
Yeah.
You'll definitely be surprised at what you find for sure.
He won't have the best prices.
Yeah.
But he absolutely does have the best products.
Yeah, for sure. He does. I've never 100%. Had anything come and be disappointed.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, definitely hit us up on Instagram at RHDGUIS. YouTube's the same thing. But for episode 118, I'm Bobby. This is Aaron.
See ya.
Peace.